Hello, my name's Katie and I'm not in my shed. What you can see here is me sitting in our room in Toronto in Canada, which is where we have just got back from. And I'm going to show you some of the sketching that I got up to, some of the scenery and some of the things that I bought. So there's going to be a little bit of filler and some music, and then you'll get to hear me talk in a little while. Okay, so we are at the CN Tower, and I don't know if you can see on this roof here, we've got swallows. So, do we think it's within my capability to draw the swallows and the CN Tower and the Toronto skyline? Maybe? What do you think? Okay, we are looking for an art shop that's somewhere down here. Doesn't look very big, so let's see if it is or not. This one here, Gwardsman's. That's where we're heading. Okay, so from the outside it looks tiny, but actually it's a good size in here. But these are the ones I've come for, Stoneground ones. Very pretty. okay, we're kind of coming to the end of the holiday. I'm going to see you again in my shed because I want to swatch out my new paints, and I haven't got around to doing that here. But we're about to go home. It's sunrise. You might have worked out I'm not a fan of filming in public, therefore I had to get up early to come out and film before anyone else came. But I just wanted to go through sketches I've done and show you what I've been doing. I've put in some photos of it, but I'm trying to hold this. Hang on. Do I look like I've got a squirrel tail on my chest? Probably do. Okay. Ren's on people, watch out for me. She's behind the camera. Okay. A lot of these drawings didn't come out quite so well. And mainly, some of them I haven't finished, but mainly because I just got embarrassed and it was so busy. Right, my first one I did was the Toronto skyline, which started off well, and then I did too much. But so it was a view from our bedrooms. That's what you saw me doing. So if you ignore that bit, I quite like the skyline, and I quite like the pencil marks in the sky. Did not love the pen. It was a fountain pen. I can't remember the name of the one with the bendy tip. Just couldn't get it to do what I wanted to do. So that would have been better either with pencil or a fine liner, I think. And then we did the two on the beach, which I meant to finish. This one's got a squashed bug in it, so that's nice. But I didn't get around to finishing, so they're just a little bit of colour on a page, plus a dead bug. And this was the colour as I saw it through my sunglasses. And the same there. And then if you see the Wasaga Beach, struggle bus, too noisy, too people-y, sunset with sunglasses on, that's my notes. And then I did another bird, again, too noisy, too people-y. You can see the difference, I think, between that, when I was stress painting because there's people around, versus the ones I did later in the holiday when there were no people around. And then I did two of the same image on 2 consecutive days from a balcony. So this was both at sunrise actually, and the light changes so quickly here. So I started when it was dark, and then by the time I finished it was light. And I just don't think I got enough detail in there. And I prefer this one. This is one I did on the second day. I just got a bit more colour, a bit more detail. I don't know how well the pencil marks are showing up on the camera, but there's quite a bit of pencil work in there as well. And then there's this one, which I really like, and I don't know why I can't just do single line drawing, leave it at that, because I always do that and then I get carried away. But there we go. Oop. So that's the tree out the window. I popped in a tiny bit of wash. I might do something with this because one morning I sat here and there was a raven sat in there, so I might do something like that but with the raven on. Oh, that was, yeah, continual line drawing if I didn't say that already. Okay. This was another morning where I sat on the boat dock across the way, and I was really wanting to draw the Muskoka benches, but I did them too small and it just hasn't come out very well. We won't loiter on that. Okay, next one I liked, and then I did too much. Again. So this was the canoes. I like the marks in the beach, like where the drag marks are, but I also really liked it when it was just the continual line drawing and the colour of the canoes. I won't ever learn, I don't think. Okay. It's getting a bit embarrassing now, but again, trying to draw those chairs, the Muskoka chairs. Just not big enough. The beach, I quite like the sand again, all the marks in the sand, but those chairs, going to be my nemesis. And then we did some birds. So some of the birds I saw, in fact all 3 of these ones I saw, but I did have to use the Merlin app because I don't know what the birds are over here. The first one I did was an American goldfinch. That was a continual line drawing, and then a bit of watercolour, and I just did some pencil on the bottom, but he's quite cute. Maybe a little bit stern looking. I didn't draw these from life, by the way. I drew them from the photo on the Merlin app because they flew off. And I don't know what they look like enough in my head to be able to draw them from memory. This was the cedar waxwing. Oh, and then I had another attempt at the chair. And it was getting cloudy at this point, so I mean, it's a little bit better, but I'm not sure I'm going to be drawing those chairs very often. And then my last one is probably my favourite one, although he's not as black as he needs to be, was the common crackle. There you go. Now these are more like starlings, you know, that sort of black iridescentness, which I don't think I got the iridescence, but I got the colours in. So there you go, that's what I drew. I was going to just talk about what I bought, what I didn't use, and what I wish I had. I actually think I used everything. I wouldn't bring that cartridge pen with me, fountain pen with me again. Didn't really like using that. Would have just stuck with the fine liner. I wish I had bought a couple of more dark pencils, either like an indigo or a really dark purple or something like that. But I think I used everything else. I'll do another roundup when we get back home and we try out those paints. But I'm going home very inspired. I'm not sure how to draw these massive landscapes, they're too big for my little brain, but there's definitely things I want to take and try and work up into images. Oh, and I'll show you some art that I bought when we get home. Right, see you later, bye. I'm back in my shed. Oh my goodness me, I'm a little bit, I don't want to say broken, but I'm quite tired. So we tidied up. We didn't tidy up. We landed yesterday afternoon, got home sort of mid-afternoon back here, and it's the next morning now, and it just takes a while to get back in sync, doesn't it? So I thought I'd come in, show you what I bought, and we'd round up the video. I apologise, it's kind of been a bit of a weird one, hasn't it? It's not my normal kind of video. Apologies for that. Right, let's start with, I've already showed you the sketchbook when we were sat by the lake 2 days ago, or a day and a half ago now. I remembered one more thing that I wish I'd taken, which was a clip. I didn't take a clip for the sketchbook, and I just think that would have made my life a little bit easier because it was quite windy out there. So next time I need to make sure I take some sort of clip to hold the sketchbook still. And I think I was missing like a large, I've decided I need to buy one, a large acrylic pen, like one of the big fat nibbed ones, because then I could have got down some of the backgrounds and kept them nice and flat, because you know I like flat backgrounds, and I couldn't get that with the way that I was working. So I think I'm gonna look and see if I can pick one up. I might just try like a cheap brand, see if I like it. I'll let you know, probably in next week's video, because I will have been out and bought something. So we won't go back through the sketchbook again, but I would say it does hold up well. I chucked a lot of water at it, and it barely bends. So I think I stand by the fact this is a good travel sketchbook. I think that was about £4 from TK Maxx. Yeah, about that. Okay, I thought I'd show you what I bought. I didn't buy much, but I bought a couple of cards from various places. So this one was from an art shop in Bracebridge, I'll just take the card out. So that is, I mean, it looks to me to be a woodcut, but it may be just a pencil drawing. It doesn't say on the back, it just says the artist, who is Tara Cress, who's a wildlife artist from Ontario. And I like that. Actually, looking at it now, it's probably pencil. But yeah, I think that's quite a nice little card. This one's a bit weird for me, but bear with me as I explain it, because this probably isn't my normal style. Is this one. So this is by someone called Serena West, and that is the Muskoka River along Bracebridge, and Bracebridge was near where we were staying for the last few days. And what I liked about it was the underpainting, and the style is maybe a little bit too traditional for me, but I liked that underpainting and the glow you get with it, and I just thought it would remind me of that I could do something in a similar style. Right, the next bits, oh, I forgot I bought a sticker. That's to go on my laptop. That's not really to show you, that's just, I forgot to take it out, but it's cute. I bought 3 cards. They were not low, they're local as in they were Ontario artists, but it's these ones which are like digital versions of a silk screen. So this one's Huntsville, which was a town that we visited. The wind hasn't got any better. I would say since we've been away, it has just got even roastier again, and everything is, I mean, literally on fire. The whole of our county is on fire by the looks of it. This was Gravenhurst, so that was the boat trip we did. We went on the little steamer, the big steamer, the Winoma 2, and this was Bracebridge, which was where we were staying, and the falls, which I will have put a few clips in of the falls. And then I also bought a little print, so I'll get this one framed up and put at home. The quality of the print's not amazing, but it was 16 Canadian dollars, so that's about £8-9. This one at Bracebridge as well. And I just really like the colours, and obviously it's got birds in it, so I think it will look quite nice framed up, but they were not pricey. So should we go on to the expensive bits that I bought? So this one is a present for Lou, because I missed her birthday, but I'll show you on here. I'm going to give it to her this weekend. So it looks a bit weird, but it's basically, it's a paint your own card, but it's got the swatch card on the back, and it's all Beam paint. So if you don't know, Beam are a paint company. It's a paint company in Canada. Their founder was a Indigenous artist. I'm going to say Mr. Beam. I don't know his actual name. Something Beam. And the company has been taken, you know, it's been run, it's a family company, and the paints are beautiful. They make their paints with their own honey, and they've got their own bees, and each batch is different, so you know you can't really get the same colours over and over again, or you know exactly the same colours. But I just thought this little colour set is lovely, and the paper is letterpressed in their workshop, and it's all handmade, plastic free, and it's Beam paints. But you can scan that. I'll hold that up for a second if you want to know a bit more. The paper is Fabriano paper. It's just lovely, and Lou can either paint that, or she can use the paints to do something else. And it was quite a lot of money. I mean, the Beam paints are a lot of money, but I just thought it would make a nice gift. I can't get a price off the envelope. It was $23 Canadian dollars, so maybe £15, something like that. Oh, it's a moth. I don't know what I thought that was. Let's hope that's from here and not come out of my paints. Otherwise we've introduced a Canadian species into the country. Right. Sorry, the colours on here are, I can't read them, they're strawberry red, wild salmon, pumpkin orange, fall poplar, yellow, robin's egg, trillium white, graphite black and spring green. I should have got two, but they only had one left in the shop. They had another design, but it was a car and that's just not my bag. And then this tiny bag of paints, which was about £60. I'm not going back in a hurry, am I? So, and I don't know that you can buy these over here. I haven't looked. You can buy beam paints on places like Etsy. Right, I did buy one beam paint, which is this iridescent one called Fiddlehead Green, and it's PY74, but it is gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Then I bought four of the Stoneground watercolours. So Stoneground is another Canadian company. Theirs are made with, I think this one's maple, like the sap from the maple tree or something. The lady in the shop was so helpful and was telling me loads of stuff, but did I remember it all? No. I should probably looked it up and told you on here. In fact, let's just quickly do that. Okay, Stoneground Paint Company. It does look like you can buy them over here, you know. I'll probably realise I could have bought them cheaper over here, but then it would not have had the same feel, would it? Oh, you can buy them here. They're actually not that badly priced. So the half pans, let's see how much they are over here. This one is £9. I mean, it is a lot for a half pan. So that was Scarlet, sorry, I got Scarlet. Yeah, so I got Pansy Blue. That one is £9 over here as well. Then I got Mayan Indigo, which is £7. I feel like I was ripped off now. It's fine. And I made everyone walk a long way for these. And I got Hellebore. Is that going to focus? Come on. Hellebore Purple. And this one is £10 over here. They're actually not, I mean, they're not bad prices over here, are they? Let's see if I can get the beam paints over here. You can get these over here as well, you know. Well, I never. I think these would probably have been about £11 if I could find it. Fiddlehead Green. They've got the little cards though. Paintable postcards. Same price, £14. That's not bad, is it? Okay. Now I feel like I've... Okay, don't tell my husband and daughter that I made them walk for half an hour to find this special art shop when I could have bought it here. Just please, nobody tell them. Thank you. Should we swatch them out? Let's swatch them out and hope that they're so worth it that we forget that I did that. I'm not sure about the light fastness on these. Right, let's start with this one. So this one is the Stoneground Pansy Blue. It's reactivated super quickly. It is nice. And I love the colour. That is really lovely. And I feel like it's very different to anything I've already got. going to keep telling myself that. And so Hellebore Purple is the next one. And again, did not take a lot of water to reactivate. Oh, that's lovely. Look, in its darkest, it's almost like a black, it's super dark. Like that's beautiful. Okay, May and Indigo next. I do really love an indigo. This one is actually not as opaque as I was expecting. It is beautiful. It hasn't reactivated quite as easy as the other two. This one's a series 1, whereas that's 4 and that's a 3. It feels like a transparent version of the pansy. Just going to pop a blob of water up there and see if we can get it to... It is very nice though. And then the Scarlet, which I was really excited for. I don't know why, because it is just a green. Goodness me. I mean, my brain's mushy at the best of times, but mushy with jet lag. And that's fairly transparent too. That's a series 3. It's almost like a pink, really, like a very pinky red. That's lovely. They're all really nice actually. I mean, they're beautiful. They're all really lovely. Right, and then we're going to try the Beam. So there's no plastic in this, by the way. It's made with... I'm going to lie, I thought it was made with maple, but it doesn't look like... It looks like some sort of linen. And this one is the Fiddlehead Green. Feels quite hard. I mean, that's a very subtle colour for me, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, I don't love this one as much. It's really quite hard. I was about to say it doesn't look very iridescent, but I think it probably is. Okay, what do we think don't know about this. I don't know that I love it. Definitely wouldn't want to be paying how many pennies it would be. It's holiday money. Holiday money doesn't count, does it? Whereas these I really like. I don't normally like paints that granulate. This one's kind of granulated a bit, but right, just going to do a little mix. I'm going to move you out of the way because you're not annoying me, but I just want to see what this one. To be fair, these are quite hard as well. I'm used to the roses, and the roses are soft and they reactivate really easily, but they also stay soft for quite a while. That is a lovely grey. Got a bit more of the red to it. Right with this one as well. We might as well try the hellebore with it as well. Can't imagine the hellebore and the greens will go particularly well, but let's try that as well. Oh, maybe they do. Look at that, that's like really inky. They're lovely together. While I'm doing it, we might as well do the hellebore with the pansy. What haven't I done? I haven't done hellebore and indigo, but they're very similar colours, so I don't see we're going to gain a lot from it. But no, it just kind of makes a very slightly darker version of the pansy, doesn't it? Love how these are splitting out there, that's very cool. Okay, is that everything? That's everything. Okay, now they've dried. That bean one is very iridescent. Hopefully you can see that on there, but it's definitely more iridescent and it is growing on me. I do quite like it. I just don't know when I'm going to use it, and for me I don't know that it's worth the price, but I appreciate the amount of work that's gone into it. And I forgot to say the Stoneground are all single pigment paints, but it doesn't say on the label which pigments, so I might need to go on their website and just have a little look and see what pigments are in which paints, and hopefully that is somewhere on there. I've just gone back on, whilst I've just signed off and come back on, to look up the pigments for the Stoneground paints. Interestingly, they're not all single pigment, so I don't know what the lady in the shop was telling me, unless some of their series are and some are not, because the hellebore and the pansy have both got 3 different pigments in, so take that as you will. Ignore what I said earlier. Still nice paints, just not quite what I thought they were. See you later, bye. I love how this one's turned out. And yeah, I really like the colours of these, and I'm excited to have a play and use them a little bit more. Get them on some proper watercolour paper. I think that might change the way they feel and the way they react as well, because I'm using my beloved, trusty Jackson's Art A3 sketchbook, which is dirt cheap and is perfect for swatching, but you don't always get the best responses. Okay, so that's that. Is there anything else I want to talk to you about? I don't think there is. Let me know in the comments. Have you been to Canada before? We went to Ontario. We just did a tour around there and have spent quite a lot of time driving and looking at trees and lakes, and it's been heaven. If you have been, let me know, where did you go, and is there somewhere that I should have gone that didn't? There was a few places that we went that the views were stunning, but I don't know how you would draw them. So we went to one place which is Dorset Tower. It's a tower on top of a hill in a place called Dorset, and I'll try and pop the clips in, but you could just see all the way around was just trees, and it was stunning. But how do you draw that and show the scale and the magnificence? I don't think I could, so I didn't. So yeah, a lot of the landscapes were that big and grand and sweeping that I'm not sure I know how to do that, so that's why I didn't. But I have come away with quite a few ideas and things that I'm gonna try and paint. I really love the idea of the swallows over the in front of the CN Tower in a similar style to the way I did the swan. So I've got like a landscape, a landmark with the birds in front of it. I also fancy doing the tree with the raven in it, and I'm probably going to do some more sketches of some of the other birds that I saw and heard while I was there, because they were quite fun to do. Anyway, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, and whether you've got any other artists I could follow that maybe would give me some good hints and tips for how to draw those magnificent, massive landscapes. That'd be really handy. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment and all of the things I ask you all the time to do. If you have a chance, please do that. It really does help the channel grow, and we're slowly growing, and it's an amazing community to be part of, so thank you very much. So have a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Bye.